Well, Steve White's 89. Well, I kind of want to talk about this because I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video because maybe it's a bit premature. But Vera from Council of Geeks did a video talking about this, about Peacemaker. The latest episode, I think it was number 6. They established that, because I haven't been watching the show. I watched the first season on DVD, and I haven't seen season 2 yet, or Superman, because I know he appears in that. I've got Superman on DVD. I've had it for a week or so, but I just haven't had the time to watch it. And I'm just going to watch season 3 on DVD as a whole. But what I've heard is that Peacemaker crosses into a different universe, and it is someone. Well, Vera was chastising herself for not realizing right away, but there are no people of color in the video in this world in the episodes, and eventually people realize that this is some sort of white supremacist world. And the disturbing thing about it that she pointed out that is disturbing, and it's something she hoped they correct. I don't think they will, because I think James Gunn is very subversive in a lot of very toxic ways. Basically, they have established this universe, this white supremacist universe that works perfectly without people of color and everything else. And basically, what it says to people, in general, in the audience is, oh, if you get rid of all the gays and the trans and the coloured people, everything works just fine, which is a horrible message. It's basically a promotion for genocide. Like, just get rid of everyone but the white people, and it'll be great. We'll have a great world. Everything will work. And he was sort of freaking out, like, oh, he can't say this. He can't let this sit like this. I'm just praying. Vera was saying, I'm just praying that they'll show this in the next couple of episodes to have issues and to fail, basically, because the problem with all these fascist dictatorships and all these white supremacist sort of communities that are created is they always fall apart because the people always, once they get rid of, they have this urge to destroy, and once they get rid of the minorities, they just start to eat themselves and attack themselves. So it doesn't work. You're not going to have this perfect world. Like, there's this idea, and I see this all the time from racists, oh, if we just got rid of this group of people, if we just got rid of that group of people, then everything would be fine. They're the reason for all our problems. If we just got rid of them, we'd be fine. And that's never the case. There's always someone else they can blame, always someone else they can hate, and their problems won't go away just because those people go away, because they're never the cause. So that is really disturbing, but I don't think he's going to fix it. I think that's something he's happy to create and have exist, because I think on some level he is, like, all the memes about him and him liking PDF files and making jokes about PDF files, I do think there's something there. And I don't think it's a coincidence that he set up this universe with Superman, where Superman is a joke and goodness and values are a joke. And then that runs straight into a very dark adult TV show. And it's almost like he's trying to groom children with Superman into watching Peacemaker, because that's the world he wants them to go into. This world which is white supremacy and all these other things, and extreme violence and sexuality. And I don't think this is all a coincidence, and he just doesn't know what he's doing. That's what Vera was saying. I just hope he just doesn't get. He's just sort of created this and not thought about it. And he's saying a lot of people, including queer filmmakers and TV writers and stuff like that, they create these worlds and don't really think of the ramifications of it and the deeper meaning, and really sit and think about it in the moment. I think he knows exactly what he's doing now. Maybe that's conspiracy theory, maybe that's just me not liking him, but that's part of the reason why I don't like him, because I think he is ultimately a toxic, subversive artist, and he's working this way, and he's taking something that was good, like the superhero genre, and twisting it into something that is really, really damaging to people, and particularly children, who are traditionally what's attracted to superheroes and superheroes and comic book heroes. I don't know why I could say that, but and it's something weird that has happened with superheroes in the last 20, 30 years, where the kids didn't grow up. They kept reading the books, and then they wanted the books to grow up for them. And now the comic book genre, the superhero comics, superheroes, they're not all fun and light and aspirational and full of morals and lessons. They're all just dark, damaged, toxic people. And that's what we're raising kids now on. And I'm just really grateful that I was raised on 60s and 70s superhero stuff, because everything I had was old and hand-me-downs from my brothers and sisters when I was growing up. I'm the youngest of 8. So I was playing with like 60s Mego toys and watching Batman and all that from old reruns on my local TV station that couldn't afford, new shows, so they had a lot of reruns and I didn't even know they were old. So I'm glad I grew up with the old school superhero morals and everything, because I see now that since like the 90s, everything just became dark as that generation grew up and didn't really grow up and held on to the comics and then expected them to then cater to them instead of kids. And I just think it's all part of a horrible, toxic, journey down the sewer that we're going in media. And I think James Gunn is deliberately doing this, and I don't think he's going to fix this, but we'll see. We've still got an episode or so to go. But I just want to talk about this for a minute. Partly I thought if I say it, I'll jinx myself and I'll be wrong, because I want to be wrong, but I don't think I am.